Let's talk about hair loss today. Now here's a comment I received from a video I made just a couple of hours ago. The video I made was rosemary oil, I promise I am still losing my hair. A newcomer named Michael Geary, or Gyrie, says this, quote, "Hey Nick, how's it going? I watched a few of your videos and I'm still not sure on my hairline. What appears to be happening is that the hairline on my left temple is further back than my right. It also looks less full, and I see several baby hairs. My hairline already forms a widow's peak on both sides. Do you think my hairline is receding on the back, or is that just how it's maturing? Will the right side soon follow? I'm almost 18 years old, by the way, in a month," end quote. So, thank you so much for this. I think this is a very relevant comment that I don't talk about hairline asymmetry, however you say it. Actually, I don't think that I've really ever talked about it. Yet I have noticed it's been kind of like a under the radar theme in comments people have been leaving. And so I am seeing that this isn't as uncommon as you may think, having this asymmetrical hairline or uneven hairline. You know, the first place to start, in my opinion on this, Michael, is I'm going to say talk to your mom, pull up a photo of yourself when you were 1 year old. So, you know, I really am curious to see what that looks like, because, you know, I created a theory that your hairline at age 1 year old as a boy is a projection of your hairline as a 35-year-old, or at least a projection of what your future is going to look like. So I'm curious if your hairline was that way when you were a little boy, when you were exactly 1 year old. I don't want a year and a half. I don't want 6 months. I don't want 2 years. I want a 1 year old photo. Just take a look at that. And how does that look? I wonder when this asymmetry started. And the thing is, we're all asymmetrical. Let me show you how asymmetrical I am. Here's my nose on this side. Here's my nose on this side. My nose is very not straight, and if this is the center of my eyes, you trace it down, you get this tooth. So Tom Cruise has the same thing. We're all asymmetrical in our own ways, for sure. But as far as is your hairline going to catch up, I don't know that it is. I mean, it may not catch up until the point where you're already way on the Norwood scale and you don't have much hair left anyway. I really don't know. I know that you know, as far there's people who can fix an asymmetrical hairline if you wanted to get it fixed, but ultimately, from my understanding, we're getting into hair transplant territory when we're talking about that. And you know, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But that's not really what I'm here to talk about. I mean, I really am curious. Have you always had an asymmetrical hairline? We could trace it back to a 1 year old photo to get an idea. But my guess is at some point the hairline will catch up. But I would say if you are going to be journeying to Norwood 4 and 5 in your 20s, then that will be the way it solves it, and that's no good. It's like, oh well, yeah, here's how you get rid of the asymmetrical hairline. You just lose all your hair anyway, and then at that point it doesn't matter. That's a horrible answer, but based on what I know, I don't know that it is going to just magically catch up. And then best case scenario, let's say, okay, well finally by the time you're 23 it catches up. Well, then that's implying that you're losing even more of your hair. So that doesn't sound like a very fun answer, does it? But I want to do this video today ultimately to serve as kind of a launch pad for this asymmetrical hairline subject. I personally am not aware that I suffer from it. My hairline seems to be very symmetrical as it goes all the way up, but I know for a fact many people have asked me about this. So, you know, we call this the brotherhood of the hair loss. Let's collaborate. Help Michael out. If you're watching this and you can relate. I know, Robert, I know you're going to leave a comment to help this guy out. What can we know about this? Is Michael's hairline going to balance out at some point, or is he ultimately just going to have this on his way up? Those are things I'd want to know too. But ultimately, I'm curious about that 1 year old photo, because if it was always even, then that makes the story more interesting. If it was uneven from the beginning, it makes me think, well, it's going to recede uneven from the get-go. I wonder also, at what age did you start noticing you had an uneven hairline? You're 17 now, but when did you start noticing it? Has it always been there? 1-year-old photo. I'd love to know more about that. I'm gonna close on this random note. We're standing in front of a dumpster and someone's throwing out this plant. So if you want to come down to Franklin, Tennessee, you can pick up this plant that someone finally just had enough of. Okay, please leave comments, help out Michael, help out me, because I'm not an expert on this. I want to learn more about it myself. I'm curious. This is my 2 cents. Let's trace it down to a 1-year-old photo. Let's find out when it happened. That will show us a good idea of if this is going to be a consistent thing. Has it always been consistent, or did it just begin at age 17? These are things I'd like to know so that we can further explore this concept. And thanks again, Michael, for leaving this comment. Okay, comments. Let's learn.